have seen the forms and therefore know what is good. So they understand the corrupting effect of greed and own no property or receive no salary. So the philosopher king will have no property. But can you see that nowadays there are leaders, political leaders or the others who are not having property? They try to amass as much as. How? What will they do with that money after their death? Who will enjoy that? Or how much money one can enjoy? See, but people are earning, and yes, you earn, but not in corrupt manner, not through corrupt practice, right? By hard labor, by using your intelligence, by using your hard labor, by using your expertise, not in bad sense, by using your knowledge, by using your what do you say, your yes, your knowledge and your experience, right? Through your learning, you earn, no problem. But you see, that is why you see the corrupting, they understand, the philosophers understand the corrupt effect of greed and own no property. That's why they do not own any property or receive salary. Even they do not receive salary from the government exchequer. You just see, they also live in sober communism, eating and sleeping together, right? Okay. The paradigmatic society which stands behind every historical society is hierarchical, but social classes have a marginal preeminence. There are no slaves, no discrimination between men and women. The men and women are both to be taught the same things, so they are both able to be used for the same things. In addition to the ruling class of guardians, which abolishes riches, there is a class of private producers who may be rich or poor. A number of provisions aim to avoid making the people weak. The substitution of a universal education system for men and women instead of debilitating music and starting departure, right? So these provisions apply to all. Okay, so you see, men and women instead of debilitating music, poetry and theatre, is startling departure from Greek society. These provisions apply to all classes, and the restrictions placed on the philosopher kings chosen from the warrior class. So they would be, the philosopher kings would be at that time would be chosen from warrior classes, and the warriors are much more severe than those placed on the producers, because the rulers must be kept away from any source of corruption. Rulers must be kept away from any source of corruption, right? But today the video is already 36 minutes. I will not extend it. The other the concepts of what are the concepts? I may give you in another yes, dialectical forms of government, the democracy. Yeah, I told you that I will give democracy. You see, democracy, Socrates defines democracy as a government of people who love rule and honor, right? And mainly they work for money making and acquisition of positions. This is democracy. And if I say that oligarchy, Abhijato Tantra, that you know, that like aristocracy as defined by Aristotle. So that oligarchy, this is also this is temptations create a confusion between so these are the oligarchic constitution. The oligarchic constitution is based on property assessment and wealth qualification. Unlike democracy, oligarchs are also unable to fight war, and since they do not wish to term majority for fear of their rising up against term. So oligarchy is also a rule of rich people, right? Or aristocratic people. And then democracy, you know, democracy definition, you know, democracy is as said by Aristotle, it's the worst kind of rule which the world is now enjoying now. And democracy is the rule of the poor, is rule of the majority people. Majority is the rule of majority, and the majority people are the poor. Majority people are uneducated. Majority people are not educated. So this is their rule, democracy. And you say, if we say tyranny, or tyranny can be compared with autocracy and absolutism. So these are three socioeconomic classes dominating the class. The elites or commoners in tyranny, mainly democratic demagogues who in turn becomes corrupted by the power to become a tyrant with a small entourage of his supporters for protection and absolute control of his people. You see, the tyrant people, what do? They always visit to the public places with a group of with a group of armed men, because they are in fear of life. Anytime maybe they are shoot out, or maybe they may be killed. They have but as they are not philosopher king, as they are not truthful person, so they always remain, as they are corrupted. As many of them, most of them are corrupted, so they always they always are afraid of death, or afraid of shooting, or afraid of abusing, or afraid of punching. So that is why they always the tyrants always roam with, or visit with a small entourage of his supporters for protection and absolute control of his people. So we will conclude here. This is in brief about Plato's Republic, about Plato's idea of justice, and about types of government. All right. So we read democracy. We read about democracy. We read about tyranny, and another thing we read about what we read about is oligarchy. So democracy, oligarchy, democracy, and tyranny. With this, we will conclude here. Thank you. Okay.